afternoon, everybody. I first just want to say that today is October 17th, and I had the gastric sleeve by no other choice on October 4th. So I'm, 13 days out. I want to use this video to address some stuff that I did not know or was not told. And believe me, I've watched a lot of videos before my surgery, and some of this stuff is stuff that I was not aware of. The first one I want to talk a little bit about is the water intake. In everybody's videos, they were all like, it's really hard to get water down after surgery. And being an optimist, I was like, water shouldn't be that hard. It's no big deal. I got this. And that's what everybody said in their videos. But I was one of the ones who was going to do this. I wasn't going to be like the other people. So after surgery, I woke up in a lot of pain. And I was on pain medicine. I didn't get the blocker that they gave me, or that they offered me anyways. I opted for pain medicine through the IV, and that's what they had me on. My pain was mostly in my JP drain site, which I didn't realize that was going to be as painful as it was. And so that whole day you can't have anything to drink. The next day you go down for your swallow test, which also is very painful because you can't swallow and it hurts to swallow. And they make you swallow this like big gulp of water all at once. So that was no fun. And I noticed when I did swallow it, it hurt going down. Like I could feel it in my chest, and it went straight to my back. I was able to feel it in my back, and that felt really weird to me. So after he gave me the clearance and the, all's good to start the clear liquids, they had me order some broth and some diluted apple juice. And at that point, I was so dehydrated and my lips were so dry. I was ready to drink something, and I was excited that I could have diluted apple juice. So my tray gets there, and I open the apple juice, and I was cautious. I take a small drink, and right away, I could feel it go down, and it hurt a lot. So I put it down, and I didn't touch it again. The same thing with the broth. I tried one little spoonful of broth, and it hurt just the same. I put it down, and I did not touch it again. And that was the only thing I ordered that whole day. The nurse comes in later that night. She's like, you haven't eaten or drinking much. She's like, why don't we try a popsicle? Okay, a popsicle should be easy. Sure. So she gets me a sugar-free popsicle. Same thing. Even to just suck on the popsicle and have the juices go down my throat hurt really, really bad. So I, kind of mentioned it to them. I'm like, it hurts when I swallow. They're like, yeah, it's no big deal. That's what's going to happen. It'll be fine. So, and mind you, I was not hungry at all. I didn't feel hungry. I wasn't really worried about it because I wasn't hungry. So I'm like, okay, this is fine. So I was in the hospital for 2 more days, and both of those days I ordered the same thing, the soup and the apple juice. And both times I got 1 drink of each down, and I couldn't do it. It hurt so bad. So when I went home, they're like, you really need to push liquids. You need to sip, sip, sip on water. So I got home, and right away I grabbed some water, and I, took a tiniest sip. And when I say sip, I mean like a cap full of water. And just that going down hurt so much. So that first day, when I came home, up until, I don't know, day 10 probably, I could not even get a quarter of a bottle of water down. And when I went to go get my drain out on the Monday after my surgery, so excuse me, day 6 or 7 after surgery, the nutritionist asked me, "Are you getting 64 ounces of water down?" I kind of laughed in her face, and I'm like, "You're joking, right?" Because I couldn't even get down a quarter bottle of water. And she's like, "Well, I really need you to try." And she's like, "Tomorrow I need you to start introducing your protein shakes back into your diet. You need to have 2 8-ounce protein shakes along with 6 small meals and, your bottled water." Not happening. Not for me anyways. I couldn't even get bottled water down, and she wanted me to start drinking 2 protein shakes a day. Sorry for all the bumpiness, guys. I'm in the car going to get the kids on the way home from school. So the whole water thing, it took me, still now on, the 17th, I cannot even get down a whole bottle of water. I started this bottle of water this morning, and you could see right now I'm probably about a third, maybe even a quarter of the way down, and it's 2:15 in the afternoon, so I still have a long way to go. But what did help me start getting bottled water down is to put the sugar-free Kool-Aid drinks in there, and that seemed to go down a lot better than water itself, which I was surprised by. But hey, whatever works and could get me, to do it. So after I accomplished the whole water thing, I'm going to talk about my next struggle. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold as well. So the next struggle that I had was severe nausea. I had such a hard time with nausea, and I didn't realize it was going to be that bad or that painful. You come home on liquid pain medicine. I took that and up until the day that my drain came out. After that, I didn't need it. I wasn't in pain. Like I said, the drain site was causing me my most pain. So after my drain came out, that day I was fine. The next day I woke up and I felt like I had been hit by a Mack truck. Like, my stomach was so nauseous, I couldn't do anything. I just felt sick to my stomach. I couldn't throw up because there was nothing that I was eating, and I could barely get down water, so there was nothing to throw up, but I constantly felt like I had to throw up. So that was miserable. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I just got the stomach flu, and it just so happens to be in the middle of my recovery. So we waited. The next day, it was even worse than the first day. I got a hold of my doctors, my doctor and my surgeon, and they assured me that, oh, this is normal, it's a part of the healing, it's, just keep taking your nausea medicine and the Pepcid that they give you for acid. So I did, and on day 3 of that, I was okay. I was able to get out a little bit of the house, and I'm like, okay, so the worst of it is gone, no big deal. Day 4, I was back in just as much pain as I was day 1 when the nausea started. Day 5, same thing. Couldn't eat, couldn't drink, but I was throwing up now on day 5. And it was more dry heaving because, again, I couldn't really eat and I couldn't really drink. So that was miserable. So I ended up calling my doctor again, and they're like, you know what, go to the emergency room. You need to be rehydrated, and let's see what the tests say. So I went that night at like 11 o'clock at night. They gave me fluids, which didn't help me at all. And they did a CT scan and ran some blood tests, urine tests, everything like that. Everything came back normal. He called my surgeon, and they agreed to put me on a different nausea medicine. And I've been on that medicine since Saturday morning, and it's now Monday. And I am feeling almost 90% better. Today I woke up with a little bit of nausea. But again, I don't know if it's from this cold or if it's still the recovery. Apparently the first 2 weeks are the hardest. So in case nobody told you how much nausea you are going to have, it is going to be a ton. If you have any questions about the nausea or what medicine they put me on, just hit me up in the comments, and I will try to get to each and every one of you. or if you have any other questions. I'm going to do some other videos, but this is the first one I wanted to do just to let people know about the water and the nausea issue that I was not aware of, or thought was going to be fine. Thanks for listening.